Alright, so this is my project, finished project here. And so, as you can see, there's a lot going on here. I zoomed out and it looks all weird now. Whatever. Okay, that looks good for now. So this is kind of what my finished project looks like here. I have a lot of information. And so they wanted you to do a lot of conditional formatting, things like that. It was talking about ordering this stuff, and it kind of confused me. But basically, all it was is it just wants from largest to smallest, largest to smallest, largest to smallest, largest to smallest, and largest to smallest. And then what that does is it shows you your highest values for each of these kind of in order, so you can get most of the X's all up the top, and then as you can see there's none of those there. And so I'm not sure what's going on with this. This is my totals, so let's undo that. Okay, I think that's right. Yeah. Alright. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. So one of the first things it asks is it wants you to give the average of each of these. So I just did the average, extra on, and I went all the way down. And then the 3-month average is something else that you'll need. So the most 3, and you'll average them, and then you'll drop it all the way down. Okay. And so then what we're looking at here is I took this and I did a equals VLOOKUP by the customer number, so that way it can find it over here by using these customer number fields. And so we do VLOOKUP, the customer number, that's B7, and then monthly sales, just like normal, we highlight the whole table, the column, and you anchor the table. That's important. Anchor the table, and then the column for me was in 16, and what that does is I included all of this in here, and so this is like column 16 for me to return the average. And so with that average here, what it asks you to do is some conditional formatting to add in this bar. And so that one was pretty simple, because you go here, data bars, and then you just pick one, and then you conditional format however you want to. But it's important when you do conditional formatting is for the whole column. So I decided to make mine green, and I expanded the column so you can kind of see the bars as they go, you know. And so one of the other things it talks about is you need to have the totals up here. I did a concatenate, so it has the name of the title and then the value of the dollar. You don't have to do that. But basically at the very bottom of this chart, if it's still there, I just have the sums of these columns. And so then up here at the top, I done concatenate D6, which is the name of the column, and then space $sign column in parentheses, that's important, and then I have the sum that's at the bottom of the chart. And so that gives me the accounts receivable due, because it wanted these things. I just want to make it look slightly fancier. So that's how that looks. Next is it asks you to do some things with these X's here with the conditional formatting. And so what it said with these two, we wanted to do some stuff with the conditional formatting, so we'll manage that so you can see what we got here. And so what I did was I had gone and I had done conditional formatting, and I said icon set, and I clicked this one because it has the red X that it always talks about, red X and the yellow exclamation point, you know. And so I selected that and it added in all those things, and then but it's not in the right format that they want it. So I went back in and I did manage rules, and I clicked on it, edited the rule, and so I clicked on this, the reverse order, because it goes green, yellow, red, but then when you reverse it, it goes red, yellow, green. And so then what you do is you change this to number, and they wanted to know when the value is over 1,000. So I input 1,000, and then greater than or equal to, pressed OK. and so then that made it so it formatted those correctly. And then for these ones, it was a little bit different, so kind of same thing, conditional formatting, icon sets, and select this. Then I went back into here, manage rules, and I edited the rule. Once again, I reversed it, so I had red, yellow, green, and I changed these to be numbers, again, because that's what we're dealing with here, not percents. And then they wanted anything greater than or equal to 3,000 to be an X, and anything greater than or equal to 1,000 up to 3,000, that's what this means, when less than 3,000, to an exclamation point. And then with this, it's normally a green check mark. What you do is you select no cell icon. I didn't explain that at first. And so you click OK, apply, and then that'll get you what you need for these two columns. The next one is you need to identify the class. So what I did was I did gold rank, silver rank. If it's gold, it's 7,000 and above. If it's silver, it's 2,000 to 7,000. And so I didn't do this the way that they wanted me to, because they wanted you to use an OR statement, but an if statement worked for me. It makes sense. So what I had essentially said is, oh wow, that's a mess. So if this value here, yeah, well, I don't know why it's looking like that. That's really weird. That's a mess. Okay, so if the average sales per month is, sorry, trying to think about what I did here. That's showing me the conditional formatting. Or did I do it over here? Okay. But essentially, if the average sales per month is greater than or equal to 7,000, then I want you to return the word silver. So you have to do it in parentheses, silver. And so, but if not, then I said if, for the false value, if it's not, we're going to say if 2,000 is greater than or equal to that number, then, wow, this is a big mess. Oh, okay, I think I got this now. Okay, so if K7, which is the monthly sales, if it's, and it equals M3, which is the gold rank, then return the word gold. If not, then I want to see if the average sales per month is greater than or equal to the silver rank, which is 2,000. And if it is, I want to input the word silver. If not, if it's not either of those, then I want to see if 2,000, so this is where we're looking at the 3-month average, so I have to do a lookup. So if 2,000 is less than or equal to the VLOOKUP, which is B17, monthly sales, anchored, the table again, 17. So what I'm saying is if the 3-month average is basically what I'm looking for here by the customer ID. So if the 3-month average is less than 7,000 but greater than 2,000, it's also identified as a silver class. And then if not, if that's false too, then I would told it to tell me no class, and then all these parentheses after. And so if you do this right, it'll say, it'll check first, is this greater than 7,000? If so, tell me gold. If not, is it greater than 2,000? If it is, tell me silver. And then if it's not, is the 3-month average between 2,000 and 7,000? If it is, tell me silver. And then if all of those cases aren't true, then tell me no class. And so that pretty much gets me all these values. And then the other thing it wants you to do is to do some conditional formatting that looks kind of like this. So you're going to select each of these. So you can just do Shift right, Control Shift down, and then just Control click, Shift up. Okay, cool. So now I got all these here. And so then what I'm doing is I'm going to do conditional formatting. I'm just going to manage rules so you can see what I have here. So I have a formula for gold, I have a formula for silver. And so these ones were really simple because all you have to do is conditional formatting, new rule, use a formula. And so I'm saying if this cell right here, remember just to anchor the column, if that equals parentheses silver, then what I want to do is to format it to say that the fill is this gray, which is actually silver, quote unquote, and the font is white. And then one click OK, and I just click cancel because I already have it there. And so then what it does is it highlights all the silvers. And so I'll highlight silver here, and then anything corresponding to it, the information here. And then also, you just do the same thing for gold. And then in here, that's pretty much it. And then you just insert any logo from the internet. This is actually the company I work with. It's Immersive Technology. It's pretty cool. But that should be pretty much it. I wish you the best of luck. Sorry if it went a little fast too, but I figured you could pause.